Good evening to all of you. It's nice to see you, everyone. I hope you had a good week, and I hope you enjoyed the sunshine that we had. That we had a little bit. It was nice. Obviously, we are back to the rainy weather, but yeah, that's fine. So today I'm going to talk about friendship, and this is something that is actually is close to me because is it's very rare to find good friends. Sorry. Yeah, and I also hope you're not under the weather as of catching the flu or any other thing because some kind of stomach bug is going around, and I guess it's from the kids and whatever. So finally, we are coming out of it anyway, not to distract myself. So yeah, so the first verse I wanted to read out is in the book of John, is in the New Testament, chapter 15 from verse. Well, I think basically I would emphasize verse 13 actually because mm, there's just something that caught my eyes. Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends. And then the next verse says, "You are my friends," but I don't need the remaining part of verse 14. So this is one, and then also the other verse I will say that I'm taking is in Proverbs. Proverbs is in the Old Testament. It comes after book of Psalm. Yeah, just bear with me for a minute. Mhm. Yeah, there we go. Okay. As I said, in the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 6, and it says, "Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful." Or deceitful, yeah. Are deceitful, yeah. So, yes, friendship. So, I would say this. I think I mentioned it in the previous video that I have become a Christian in a very early age. Yeah, and I also grew up in a family where, as I said, it was four of us. But then, growing up being a child, uh, I would say my friend was my sister. Yeah, until we started to grow, and then we had different interests, different classes, and then all the rest. I think um, everybody can say the same because we all go through these phases, and then life goes on. So, but for me, yeah, friend is somebody who is there for you, who is there for you not just in the good times when everything is happy, um, when the sun is always shining, but then also a friend is somebody who is there when it's actually storm all around you, raining, lightning, anything you can imagine, sickness, and the other things that can happen, and yeah, when basically bad times, and to me that's real. That is a real friend, and I'll say this because first and foremost, the one for me, how shall I say, one and only, my number one friend is God, because as soon as I had him in my life, from being small, just like a child, you grow up, your mindset changes, a lot of things changes around you, and but this is something I can say, and I would say I can testify that even from an early age, like even if I didn't have friends, like in school or in my church, but then I had God, and I think it's a very important thing because sometimes people think that, oh, God is somebody that you cannot approach, that you have to be fearful, that God is judgmental and is punishing us, punishing humanity and all the rest. So I'm like, God is not like that. The thing is, even if you um even if you take the time and if you're interested and you want to know in the Bible, the book of Genesis, you find information in there as well when God is talking about creating the world, but creating humans, and at the same time, we have we have freedom of choice because as of God is never gonna force himself on anybody. It's like he's there, if you want, he's there, but he's not gonna force himself on anyone. And I would have said this, that is the best decision I've ever made in my life as of choosing him. Because so growing up, becoming teenager, and when your hormones and all kind of things are changing, and have questions, or sometimes you don't even understand your own feelings, to be honest. That's something I can remember. But then again, I can always go to God, and I can always tell him that, oh, I had a bad day, or this or that happened to me. And it doesn't necessarily mean he answer me straight away, but he has his ways of showing his love, showing his care, showing that he's always there. Whether it's just a word of wisdom from a friend, as of a human being, another human being, or whether it's just from the Bible, or maybe you are watching a program, anything. But he has his ways of being there for you no matter what, and that's a big thing, because what I find being human is we do disappoint each other, and it's not that we are doing it on purpose, but it's just part of human nature. And yeah, and it can be tough at times, because so as I said, like, I looked at my sister as a friend, and then we are parted as of from each other a bit, because we became different. And but then again, like, also my parents, I don't know about any of you, but I thank God I had a good relationship with my parents, mostly. And I could also talk to them about anything, basically, whatever happens in life. And but then I remember there was one point when I just got a bit disappointed, my father. And then I was so sad. But then it's like I just had to realize that he is also human. He's not perfect. He might not have the answer for everything, just like me. I'm not perfect. And yeah, I hope I don't. I hope I don't disappoint my kids or anything like that. But it can happen. And but then at the end of the day, I'm at least I'm reassured that I know that as of God, I can always go to God. And and imagine this, what a big sacrifice he's done. Like, he yeah sent his own son to die on the cross for us. And even if you I don't have such a bad history as of your past or anything, but just think about it, like, he really died for us on the cross. And like, he has become our friend. So it's not like in the Old Testament where it has to be done in a certain way with sacrifice and through the priesthood and all the rest to be able to you know present yourself. But because he has died on the cross as of Jesus Christ, now we have the opportunity to actually have a relationship, like an intimate relationship. Whereas you can actually talk to God. But then again, I wanted to say this, that at the same time as he is a friend, I think we also need to be ready, in a sense that, if you have him as a friend, then you need to be able to hear God out, as of when it comes to, like, there are times when he corrects you, discipline you, and it's not necessary. um it's not necessary the best thing ever, or like you probably struggle, or you find it a bit, not physically painful, but yeah, it can be tough, because we all need to change. But at the same time, I think I still prefer that, God being honest to me, than me, I start circling around myself and start thinking, oh, I'm XYZ, and then, I'm untouchable and whatever, as I'm not, and nobody is. I mean, to me, everybody is. I'm not saying everybody is the same, but we are all humans, and we all have our weaknesses, and all these things. But at the same time, what I love about God is that He's a friend. He's an honorable friend. He's honest. He does not lie. He's not gonna pat me on the shoulder and stab me at the back. So I love him for that, because friendship, as I said, is a very big topic, in a sense that there are people who abuse it because they just want to gain something out of you. They just want to gain something out of you, or your talent, or your giftings, and then I think that is actually wrong. Mm, and then, well, as of real good friends, as I said it before, it's hard to find because it's rare. But then again, what I believe is that I don't need to have hundreds and thousands of friends. I'm just fine to have a handful. Perfectly fine, because those friends, they will see me for who I am. They see me no matter what I face in life, and they can say they are there, and I'm also gonna be there for them. Simple as that. Because what God has done, we cannot do that. I mean, I can't imagine, of doing it again, like what Jesus have done, that he died and then he rose again, and is a huge sacrifice. There's no other sacrifice out there that is actually equal, because there's no equal to that, no matter what others say. But for me, he's been a good friend of me, as of God, as of Jesus Christ, because he's been there when I was doing okay. He's been there when I was struggling, for example, with my studies. If I had issues, and then I would just pray that, oh God, please have me. My exam is coming on, and I'm like, I try my best, but I still feel like it's not enough. And yeah, and then he's graceful, and he's happy, and things will turn out for your sake in the right way. But sometimes also they don't, and then if that's the case, you shouldn't be angry. Maybe it's just because he wants you to learn something from the situation, or from the circumstances. So, but I can definitely say that he has looked after me all through my life. That's something I can say to you, because I faced different things. I'm not going to disclose them here, but I can only say that yes, if not for God, I'm not sure I would have been here today, because so many things could have gone wrong, I think. And probably others can say that they've been through this, they've been through that, they faced a lot of things, and they wish they couldn't. They wish they didn't go to certain places. But as I say, like, he's a friend. He's the good shepherd who, even if that only one person who goes astray, he will go after him, or go after her, and then make sure that gets the friend back, because we are important to him. We are important to him, and he loves us so much, like so much. I can't even say how much, like really so much. And he loves each and every one of us. So yeah, I would say if you don't know him, you can say a little prayer of, dear God, I'm a sinner. Please forgive me and please come into my life, and then that's it. I mean, that's another thing. You don't have to you don't have to make things difficult. You don't have to think of all these things too complicated at all. You must you must pray in a certain posture. You must say certain sentences, and then you have to sound holy. And no, no. To me, what I can say to you is that God is approachable, very much so. And I think it's easy to go and say a prayer to Him because He's all ears. He's not gonna say that, oh, sorry, I don't have time, sorry, something has come up, I need to go. God is not like that, and I love Him for this because He's not a human, and He has the time. He has all the time. So basically, He's somebody that you can always count on Him, and how I would describe Him is that you can go to Him with anything, like anything, whatever you face in life, whether, oh, should I have this boyfriend, or should I have this girlfriend, or anything. There's no such thing as too trivial for God, and then it also depends on how you're walking in the journey with Him, because gradually, obviously, you are going to you are going to mature, and yeah, um, but that's a good thing. So you can always count on God because He's not somebody who will leave you and He'll be like, oh, this one, forget about this one. He's not like that at all, and I'm grateful because even in the Bible um there are people that He mentions that they've been faithful and His friends like Moses, King David, and others, and yeah, if you have an open heart, that's a good thing. And I would definitely just can recommend to have him as a friend because he's the best of the best. Because um, you're never gonna be disappointed in him. It's no way because he's the only one who's perfect, who knows you even before you know yourself. Apologies if you if you heard some noises. That's my kids, obviously. What is it? This is a half term, 1 week holiday for them. Extra work for us. I'm sure some other mothers can agree with me. Anyway, yeah, so the best decision is to have God as your friend and have him as everything that you can possibly think of, because he's somebody who's not going to disappoint you at all. And you don't know what you lose out of until you actually decide to have him, because he's there. He also sent his Holy Spirit that is he can come near us, be within us after we choosing Christ to be in our heart, to advise, to comfort, to be there to educate, and to train us to be more like him, and have the kind of have the Christ like, should I say, personality, but like to be kind, to be able to love others, and um there's a lot of things. And as I said, like friendship is a complex it's a complex topic, but definitely worth talking about it, I believe, because as I said, to me, God has been everything. Like there were times when, let's say, because of the students or teachers or whatever, being bullied, I had some issues, and then God was the only one I can go to sometimes. I felt like, and then music came in, worship and the rest, and then it has become a safe place for me. And I never regretted it. I will never regret it because he's been there. He's known me for even before I know myself, and um, yeah, that's the only thing I can say is that if you haven't tried it and you're desperate, or you just feel like you've been disappointed so many times and you don't want to trust in anybody, I would just say to you, to trust him, because he's not going to gossip about you. He's not going to say how stupid you are or whatever. He's he's not going to condemn you. He's not going to send you away to say that, oh, you've done too many bad things that I don't even want to know about you. No, he he will he will embrace you, and he will help you. He will give you the tools to be able to change and to become a better self. Yes, a better self of you, of who you are, or shall I say, who you can be, because in him we are new. We are actually better than how we were before. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to end it with a small prayer again. So yeah, here we go. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for today, for being able to talk about the friendship, and thank you for showing us that there is one real friend out there, that is you, who actually is perfect, is somebody who never disappoints us, somebody that we can always count on no matter what we face in life, no matter what goes around. But we can count on you, we can rely on you. I pray, Lord Jesus, that whoever watches this and is whether desperate, whether just want to know that, are you really existing? Is it true that you can really be a friend that is available? I pray that you show yourself to them and be there for them. I pray that you bless the remaining part of the week for all of us. And I also pray that if anybody who might as well be sick because of the weather or anything, I pray that you also heal them. And I pray you stay with us all. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So thank you for staying with me. And then yeah, hopefully see you next week again. Yes, take care. Look after yourself and look after your family and your neighbors and your loved ones, and yeah, be blessed. Bye bye. See you.